All right, man. All right. Welcome back to Pinoy News. Man, listen, in case y'all ain't heard, you know what I'm saying? 5 Jews got stabbed up in New York, all right, by a dude wielding a machete. And the news media is having a bit of an issue standing here, you know what I mean, dealing with their nonsense, right? And they refuse to tell the truth about what's going on. But I found this article from the Daily Beast that I think will put things into a little bit more perspective. So we're going to go over this article, you know what I mean, we're going to make a little, whatever, right? All right, so it says, federal prosecutors on Monday filed federal hate crime charges against a man who allegedly burst into a rabbi's home on Saturday night with a machete and wounded 5 people. Writing in the criminal complaint that he had a journal filled with anti-Semitic statements, Grafton Thomas, 38, was arrested hours after he allegedly attacked guests at a celebration on the 7th night of Hanukkah at the home of Rabbi Chaim Rottenberg in a hamlet northwest of New York City called Monsey. Thomas, who initially charged with 5 counts of attempted murder and 1 count of first-degree burglary, the FBI agent Julie Brown wrote that his hate crime complaint, Thomas entered the home just before 10 p.m. with his face covered in a scarf and said, "No one is leaving." According to the complaint, in the ensuing attack, victims suffered severed fingers, slash wounds, deep laceration, and at least 1 skull fracture. 1 person is said to remain hospitalized in critical condition. The patrol officers who arrested Thomas just hours later in Harlem said he smelled of bleach and was covered with blood in his jacket, clothing, and hands. The criminal complaint alleges in the car officers found an 18-inch Ozark Trail machete, which is kind of like the most generic machete you can fucking buy, covered in dried blood, another knife with dried blood and hair, and a cell phone. On his phones, officers allegedly found searches for "Why did Hitler hate the Jews" on November 9th, December 3rd, December 7th, and December 6th. They also found searches for Roman Jewish temples near me last month and Zionist temples of Staten Island on December 18th. Most recently, his phone internet browser was used on December 28th, the night of the attack, to read an article titled "New York City Increases Police Presence in Jewish Neighborhoods After Possible Anti-Semitic Attacks. What to Know." So, once authorities searched his home, they allegedly found the packaging for the machete and handwritten journals that contain anti-Semitic statements. Thomas reportedly wrote that Hebrew Israelites took from powerful people the Ebenoid Israelites, which Brown noted was likely a reference to the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. The Uncle Tomahawks, man. The Uncle Tomahawks. Yo, dude, like real shit. That is fucking hilarious. Let me be real with you. That is fucking hilarious. Thomas also allegedly wrote that he didn't understand why people mourn for anti-Semitism when there is Semitic genocide. He allegedly wrote to Adolf Hitler, about Nazi culture, on the same page where he drew a swastika and a Star of David. I feel like that should be way more like in depth as far as the statement is concerned. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't be like, you know what I mean, like left by itself. You should probably tell us what he wrote about Hitler. You know what I mean? Like real shit. Like I don't care if you write about Hitler, like, whatever, like do your thing. I don't know, like, like, but you had to like fucking put some type of, like, he wrote about Hitler and he said like he was on speed or whatever. I don't know. Thomas pleaded not guilty to all charges on Sunday morning as arraignment in Namapo, New Jersey. His family put out a statement over the weekend claiming he had no history of anti-Semitism, violent behavior, or prior convictions. That's bullshit. Yo, he was arrested for assault of a police horse. Like, apparently he assaulted a police horse at one time, right? They have asked for Thomas's new attorney to seek mental health evaluation for Thomas, who they said has a long history of mental illness and hospitalizations. Y'all apparently don't want to deal with the Black Israelites because I guess you don't want to give them no shine. You know what I'm saying? His longtime pastor told the New York Post that Thomas is not a violent person. He is a confused person. Meanwhile, Governor M. Cuomo ordered a state police hate crimes task force to investigate and called the attack a blatant act of domestic terrorism and sought to inflict violence, incite hate, and generate fear. After a series of anti-Semitic incidents in New York City and deadly mass shooting at a kosher market in New Jersey, and in Jersey City, New Jersey, police also have reportedly stepped up patrols in Jewish neighborhoods and placed officers in front of synagogues in both New York and New Jersey. Really? Because you didn't put officers in front of like churches where like people were going and stabbing people. You didn't do the same thing in black churches when people were having that issue. I feel some sort of kind of way about that. Legitimately, I really do. Like, that's, Some people are more equal than others, apparently. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio called it a crisis. Really, there is a growing anti-Semitism problem in the whole country. It's taking more and more violent form. And that is, I think, yep, that's the end of the article. It's from Elizabeth Messner. Well, you know, I'll be honest with you. I don't want to have that conversation with y'all about Jewish people. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I hate both sides of the argument. You know what I mean? Like, I can't stand, like, the fact that people blame Jews for their problems. And then on the other hand, I hate people who stand here and go, if it wasn't for the Jews, there would be no NAACP. I'm like, yeah, but if it wasn't for the Jews, there probably wouldn't have been slavery either. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. And, like, the fact that we can't have any conversations about anything as in general shit when it comes to Jewish people or Israel or any of the stuff that comes from it, like, that to me is, like, horrible. You know, like, and until, like, we stop this nonsense of every time we just have a conversation and like, something negative comes up about Israel, you know what I mean, or comes up about their lobby or the congressman having dual citizenships, like, all this needs to stop. You know, like, you can't just immediately go, that's anti-Semitic, like, because people just want to go, hey, look, man, like, if I'm going to be robbed at gunpoint for my money that I work for, you know what I mean, because that's what taxation is you're robbing me at gunpoint for my money. If you're going to give somebody $3.2 billion, they shouldn't be spying on us. You know what I mean? Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, yo, that's just basic policy when it really comes down to it. You can't sit here and continue to do this shit. Like, yo, you can't square that circle for me when it really comes down to it. You know, that's some real shit. Like, and that's my problem when it comes down to the thing. But these black Hebrew Israelites, yo, I think they're funny as shit. I think they're some of the most entertaining people in the world to watch. Like, they're fucking hilarious to me. You know what I mean? So, whatever. You know what I mean? Is what it is. You know, God bless the individuals, you know what I mean, who, like, you know, got injured. You know what I mean? My family, my condolences to y'all. Like, it is what it is. Don't be stabbing people. That's bad. You know what I mean? Don't be doing that. Yeah, that's kind of the mentality. But I wanted to bring y'all this story, let you know what the situation is. Oh, yeah. Look, man, I'm not going to get a computer for a little bit. I'm, like, working on other shit. I'm trying to, like, get wheels, you know, well, a new set of wheels. I have carb. I'm trying to get another one. And I mean, I have other stuff I'm trying to get caught up on. I want to get, like, all my credit straightened out and stack some silver and get to where I need to be. You know what I mean? I got some stuff I'm working on, me personally. You know, so that's my mentality right now. But in the meantime, man, you know what I mean, thank y'all for your patronage. And don't worry about what motherfuckers say. People are bitches. You know what I mean? Like, while these motherfuckers was over here making a stream about me, I was dealing with a goddamn pedophile. And I mean, you know what I mean, was around my kids at one point. You know, like, I got other shit. I got a real life. I don't live on fucking the internet. You know, like, they can all these internet people can eat a fucking dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it really comes down to it. Like, get a fucking real life. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm Tom Peace of Pinoy News. I'll holler at you. Peace.